stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Cook up the gut. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect...
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
26.
On play action, now Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. From the red zone now, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. A gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play action. Cousins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Joseph's got it, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzoma. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 34 yards the gain that time, another first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook, right left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, a 16-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. On first down, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another carry now for Madison. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now Cousins. And this will be caught at the 30. But he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards. 1st and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quentin Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are back within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, with what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
33 yards that time. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Osborne. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2nd down, Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. To throw, Cousins. We'll find Osborne here. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he will score. Touchdown. Vikings. Alexander Madison, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. They got his man complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's going to let it go again. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play fake, Cousins. Addison hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his choice.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Running from the shotgun with Madison.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Play action now. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Madison. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. On play action, Cousins. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game?
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Escaping the pressure right.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Down the right sideline. McCole Hardman.
Touchdown, New York. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now a give to Madison. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down.
That is caught, and he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. On the handoff, it's Madison. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Pass complete to Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Cousins will try and throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 50.
To throw is Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
Now Rodgers on 1st and 10.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Cousins to throw it.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Cousins now.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Cousins again. That's complete right around the 8. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Cousins. Forced out to his left. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the...
And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 90.
Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jets have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now here is another interception.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. That one goes for 8 yards. Rodgers now on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Cousins.
This is caught by Addison.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A first down throw for Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now a 2nd and 2.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
He'll find Osborne here.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison.
30 yards.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll run it with Madison.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And
my goodness, another interception.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defense